All right. How we doing, everybody? How's everybody feeling? It's Friday. Yeah. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Every day at 9:30, but we're a little late today because we were up trading a little late last night, but we'll get into what happened, and I'll show you what's going on. Okay. First thing I want to do is I check Bitcoin dominance for my loyal subscribers. Every single morning is the first thing that we check. So let's get into Bitcoin dominance right off the bat.
Excuse me, Daddy. For no reason, Mommy bit me.
I'm live streaming right now. Don't tell me any of that stuff. You know Mommy didn't bit you. Get out of here. You guys are playing.
Yes, she did.
Get out of here. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to listen to that stuff. Please, not right.
I saw just the mark.
Don't come down here again. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so here. Let's get into Bitcoin dominance right now, right off the very bat. Let's see what's going on. Let me pop out the chat too as well. Let's see what's going on. After the purge last night, I could only believe that my notifications probably won't go out, but we'll see what happens from there. What's going on, Nicola? How you feeling? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's not easy out here, right? Crazy times. Crazy, crazy times. That's weird. These don't expand. Yeah, it's bad, man. What's going on? We're getting Twitter shuts down entire network to slow off spread of negative Biden news. I mean, come on, man. San Francisco, in a last-ditch effort to stop negative stories about Joe Biden and his family from spreading, Twitter shut down its entire social network. After seeing account after account tweet one particularly bad story, CEO Jack Dorsey realized he had to take action. Dorsey smashed a glass box in his office reading, "Break in case of bad publicity for Democrats." Inside the case was a sledgehammer for slashing Twitter's servers. Red alert, shut the servers down, shut them all down. Dorsey ran downstairs and started smashing as many computers as he could. But he did need to ask for help, as the hammer was pretty heavy. None of the programmers could lift the hammer either. Eventually, they managed to program a robot to pick up the sledgehammer and smash the servers. After hearing the Twitter employees talk about critical theory, the robot got woke and began attacking all the Oh, man. It's like The Onion, right? But this is kind of what happened, right? In a way, in a nutshell. News is news. Like, we can't, like, where do we live, man? This is getting scary. If you're not freaked out by what happened, I'm at risk. I'm a very out there type of guy. My news, me teaching crypto, you guys could see me gone in a day, right? I could disappear into Nowheresville. So remember that, man. Get your crypto lifer in while you can. I am an endangered species out here. No lie. Anyone who speaks the truth, anyone who doesn't follow one like set rules, like anyone who's willing to stay open-minded and talk about whatever's around, you're a threat. If you can't stick on their topics and talk about their brainwash, you're a threat. Your open-mindedness, your creativity, your unique spirit is a threat. It's crazy. You can't be different anymore. If you're different or you have an idea that other people don't like, you're a threat. And you need to be monitored, watched. This is bad news, what's going on, guys. It's bad news. Anyway, getting me off my game a little bit, but let's get into Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance did a great thing so far. It got rejected by this bottom trend line here that we had going. So You can see we're in the diamond pattern. We move up. We really do live and they live, man. We really do. Honestly, and I've been saying this for years. I'll show you something that's kind of weird, but me and my friends made a movie a long time ago, and it was kind of about they live in a way. It was showing you that we're controlled by a group of secret societies, and we tried to make a joke about it and make a play about it, but we were really serious. And if you just type in, if you ever want to see something crazy, type in Travail the movie. This is a movie me and my friends made, okay?
That gets me sick. The Empire State. This is center of it all. New York is going to be the empire of the entire world.
Freeze! Don't move! Put your hands up!
You don't just work for the NYPD, do you? Who do you work for?
The Illuminati.
And this is crazy. When we shot this scene, we were actually brought into this Greek place called like the Grand Prospect Hall in Brooklyn. And honestly, there was so many Freemason and symbols there in the place. And then we started doing these things, and the guy watched us. And once he saw certain things, he kicked us out. He saw what we were doing with the girl and the cloaks, and he kicked us out. But we got our shots. Like, we got...
The New World Order.
It's crazy. We were trying to tell people. We made this movie 10 years ago.
I'm going to personally make sure they dump more chemtrail around here. I see a lot of cleaning up still needs to be done. I'm in charge of depopulation. I make sure there's a liquor store and a fried chicken place on every corner. I let them niggas hang out there, selling drugs on those corners. Keeping them niggas coked out, sent to prison, or dead on a
Yeah. My friends who were black wrote the movie. Basically, I met two black guys. They became my really close friends. And we started talking about this stuff. And they didn't know any of this stuff. Like, I showed them the whole world. And my one friend, he couldn't believe it. And he said, dude, I could make a movie that gets people pissed. You know, like, I'll make racism my way. You know, he wasn't trying to spread hate. He was just trying to, like, kind of like, you know, use controversy to sell, right? He said that's what sells in America. Pretty interesting. Like, look.
end up like Sean Bell, do you?
We talk about brainwash. Anyway, that was a crazy movie we made. So I just been involved in making content my whole life, all sorts of stuff. But check that out, man. Travail movie trailer. Nick Dubanos has it up there. Pretty interesting stuff, to say the least. Look, there's my live stream popping up in the mix, right? Trump is immune to corona, says him, which is pretty good, I guess, right? All right, so check it out. We hit the top trend line. We bounced down. We came back. We bounced back again. Bit of a double top. We're kind of flat here. And you can see it's a little bit of a bearish divvy. Not completely, but now playing out. We're now also in a rising wedge for the... And this cup and handle played out. Look how the cup and handles, they zoom out to the left pretty far. They're one of the biggest... They're probably the best pattern to play because they just zoom out pretty fast, pretty hard. Interesting. So there's a rising wedge. It should come back down here to this trend line once it breaks down. So hopefully that this keeps getting rejected. And that's the plan. So Bitcoin dominance looking good, right? 1 hour looking all right. Looking like we have some downward momentum. We may have some pink coming, may just kind of send us back up to 60.30 though. We may range here until we decide to fall out of the channel. 4 hour looks like we're about to roll over. So that's good. Everything's looking pretty all right. I'm okay with dominance. I'm happy that it got rejected here. You can clearly see we got rejected by that line, and we'll go from there. So dominance is in an all right spot from the very jump. I'm still holding Bitcoin in a Bitcoin position. I went long at 11,121. I have not been stopped out yet. We got close, 11,216, but in my opinion, we're still basically in a bit of a channel. We're still basically in we're in this broadening wedge now, technically, in a way. Came back down. We usually come up again. This is a bullish pattern. And usually what happens now is we should come up. You can Google these patterns. We come up here, we do one dip, and then we're out of the pattern. So there's a potential here for a big breakout for Bitcoin. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. 4 hour has pink, about to come out. It's only, look, we had 1 hill, 2 hill, 3 hills. Usually you only get 2. 1, 2, 3 is the most I really see. So let's keep watching this. But it looks to me like we have heavy support here at 11.2. So 11.2 is holding. Look, it bounced here, bounced there, bounced right there, it bounced here, and it bounced there. So we have multiple places where 11.300, basically 11.200 was the support section. So what's going on, BS Swap? What's up, David Lee? What's up, Nicola? What's up, Adukin? Thanks for coming into the stream. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. See what's going on here. Yeah, so there's the OKX stuff. I want to talk about that. So OKX is denying that an ongoing inquiry of its founder is related to an anti-money laundering investigation. We are not at liberty to discuss any matters that are under investigation, but we can reveal that it is not related in any way to AML or to OKX. The exchange informed that its users it would suspend crypto withdrawals at 3 a.m. on Friday, or 3 afternoon on Friday, and claimed a key holder, later revealed to be an OKX founder, Star Zoo, was out of touch in cooperating with police for a personal issue. The exchange might have violated anti-money laundering regulations for more than 800 accounts and large amounts of money involved in the case, claimed an unknown source. As Malta-based company OX constantly strives to meet compliance in all jurisdictions in which we operate, the exchange spokesman said. Yeah, Malta, man, that's where you can do whatever you want. Move to Malta and get busy. Okay, BNB, just continuing its tear. Ever since I basically got into it around here, this bottom trend line said it's going to be bullish. So I bought in here at the bottom of the trend line. It broke out. We had our 3 touches with the lower touch. We came here. We kind of formed a bit of a bull flag, fell down. But now we're holding strong support in this region here. You definitely see this strong support at 29. So I'm very bullish on BNB. A lot of people staking it. So there's a lot of just, there's a less sell pressure on this coin than there used to be. And every week they come up with another stake option for it. So it's almost farm this, do that. There's 100 ways, P2P. There's like 1,000 ways to use your crypto now in all sorts of ways and different functions. And I think that's really and BNB was already getting pumped in 2017 in any form of a bull market. It becomes a wanted coin. So this is something to me to watch. Balancer down here. I see a triple bottom forming on Balancer. I just want to discuss that. Now, I also see the bullish divergence, right? Which gives us our entry right now. Honestly, it's telling us that we should enter BAL right now. The 4 hour as well, which is very strong, right? So we're seeing that we're the blue line curving. We're in the pink. We've now triple bottomed. 1, 2, 3. Very strong, very bullish pattern, right? I do see though that this 21 is curving. There's a chance that there's more pain, right? But I see the bullish divergence. You see swing low to swing low here, swing high to swing high. They don't move together. So because there's divergence there, tells us that we probably will get a move. The last time we got divergence, you can see it was pretty close to here. We got swing down here, but this stayed pretty flat. That flat line there can tell you if this is flat, but that is angled, that's divergence as well. And then here you can clearly see we had it again right here. It came down, but it was swinging up right here. And these would be your entry. For this reason, I'm going to get into BAL, but I'm going to be very, very, very sharp with it. And I'm also going to look at some other time frames. And I'm just going to try to take this little move here. This 4.5 to 5, maybe if I'm lucky right here, 9%. It'll bounce right there. I'm not getting a lot of moves. You see the last time we got just this, Then we got that. It went sideways and pumped again. So that's what I see for BAO, because based off the bullish divergence and the bounce. Also feel like Bitcoin's a little bullish or somewhat sideways. What's going on, Muser? So I like BAO. We're going to take BAO right now for a trade. Okay. Again, this isn't financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please get yourself a financial advisor. So I'm still holding Link. My dock positions are basically underwater at this point. They're $500. I was going to risk 100 in both of them. I was just trying to build in to dock at a very, very cheap price. I saw it bounce off the 618. I did everything I could to kind of position myself with a smaller, but it didn't matter to see how hard it is to trade. So risk management is key, right? Had I usually go in these for like 4,000 or 5,000, I would have lost a lot of money. And we're still not out yet, right? We're still not out the water. All we need is Bitcoin to kind of bounce. We went as low as we could. That dominance could hurt us as well. I'm in Link too, a position in Link, very small position, $500, down $19, and we're down $50. So far, not a great trading day. Let's see if we can turn it around. So we're gonna go into BAO, right? Triple bottom, man, with the divergence. The last 3 times we got at least 5 to 6% out of it or more. So I'm playing the odds in my favor. Let's look at the 1 hour, about to have a cross. And we even see hidden bullish we see bullish divergence here on the 1 hour as well. About to have a little bit of a dip here. Will this come down, double bottom out, and form out? This tells me we may get BAO at like 330. It may come back down to the trend line here at 305 even. What's up, David Lee? He was up with me last night. We took a scalp on Uni. We get into that. So we scalped Uni last night. I'm going to show you why and how I sold the top. Okay. All right. So I like Balancer right now. You have to remember it's in the Polkadot ecosystem. Something to keep in your mind, right? It's got a strong following. It's a good coin. I think it's definitely going to have big moves in the bull market. Right now, just for a scalp though, it's looking nicer than anything else in my opinion with this triple bottom. 1, 2, 3, clear support in this right here. Clear support with the divergence. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to use that confluence with the MACD and the RSI. So we're in a bullish pattern because we're at a 68% chance to break to the upside because we're in a falling wedge. So checklist number 1. Number 2, I see the 21-day curving. It looks like it's going to curve and cross the 50. If I go to the 30, did it already cross the 50? It did a little bit. If I go to the 15-minute, if I see a cross, yeah, it's about to cross on the 50. See that? Double bottom here as well. Bottom. Double bottom on the RSI, bottom, a little bit of a slight double bottom here. And there is, do we have hidden bullish? No, we don't. But you even see the bullish divergence here, down, up. So there's bullish divergence on almost every time frame. On the 30-minute, on the 1 hour, on the 2 hour, and on the 4 hour. And probably even on the 6 hour slight. Yeah, it's there. So in my opinion, this will reverse, right? You also see falling price with falling volume to the point of no return, meaning the sellers are done, man. Very oversold. So it has everything you want. It has a triple bottom. It has bullish divergence. It has falling volume. It has a curve in the MACD. And it has the RSI where you want it with divergences. It has my entire checklist completely packaged very well. The only issue we do have is the dominance in Bitcoin. Again, the position is going to be very, very small. Okay, so we're going to get into BAO. I've kind of given you the case for it. Do you guys think BAO is a good call? Let me know. Anyone see anything for BAO that's not going to work? Am I drinking the Kool-Aid? Am I believing what I want to believe? Does anyone see anything in the charts for BAO that is against what I think is going on? Again, we're going to try to get out right at this level, 484. I'll say 482 right now. We'll leave it at that. 10% gain. BAO's already starting to move a little bit. All right, so we're in BAO. We just got into BAO. We got into BAO at 1347.3. I guess it already went to 13.45. They got me on. No, that's not true. Yeah, they're trying to. Whatever. We're down $2. We'll go from there. but we entered BAL. One of the first things I saw made sense to me. Okay, look at Band. Band about to have a bit of a pop too, and it's bouncing. Band is having a bit of, in my opinion, very similar. It just had this fake out dip, but we're kind of like, look, we bottom, 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 bottom. Like, we've hit this level many times. Strong support here. Very, very strong support. It does look like a 618 as well. Let's see what that is. I believe it is a 618. If you don't know what I'm referring to a Fibonacci retracement. All right, so the 70, it's on the 706. It's just hanging out there. That's a very good place to accumulate. I like that. It's telling me that Band is a move. Band is a play right now. Let's take some other looks at Band. I'm going to take off the Fib now. The Fib kind of is a lot for me to look at. It gets in my head a lot. I like my charts with less lines, but I have to put the lines. But sometimes the lines get to me. They're just too messy, right? Try to keep it somewhat clean here. So we also, the only thing I do possibly see though is this a head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head. We're going to form another shoulder here and then come back down to the trend line and retest yet again. Very possible. We do see bullish divergence, swing low to swing low, swing high to swing high. Okay. And we see the blue line curving on the 4 hour, and we're in a falling wedge. And that is a higher high than this after a double bottom, and we're forming another double bottom right there. Right? So, seems like we're holding this new support region right here. We bounced there, so bounce, 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 bounce. Fell through one more time, previous support, bounced off that, and now bouncing yet again right off this bottom line with the divergence. That tells you that's where you get in right here. I'm gonna have to enter Band even though I don't want to. My system is telling me that this is a play for Band. We do see the daily though about to curl down. Would have liked to gotten right there. We did see pain though, even in the green, which is strange. Look, green crossed and that's where it went down. It's one of the first times I ever seen a cross where the price went down. Right there, look. Weird, right? That green did nothing for us. Kind of was just this little up section. Then we popped. We may roll over if we don't get a bit of a run there. So the daily doesn't look great. 4 hour has the best option for me though for a scalp. Looks like we'll get at least up. It's possible we get to 745. Back to previous resistance. It'll give you 20% gains out of Band. So I'm going to try to play it closer to the bone. And because of what's going on, and I'm going to try to just get like between 8 and 11% out of Band. So we're going to enter Band here, and we're going to try to get out at about 688. And that's the idea for Band right now, okay? That's the move. Again, positions are half size compared to normal, and you can see Band already starting to make a move. Are people seeing what I'm seeing? It's very possible. My stop loss is going to be at 55, 56, and my take profit is sitting there at 682. I'm going to keep it at 680 for 10% limit order, and we're going to take Band down at 6889, already moving up 2 cents from my 617 buy there. Starting to make a bit of a move. 619 already. Looks like I'm going to have to hit this. Open now. Band moving on me. Open now. Yes. Okay, opened up. Okay, so now we're in Band as well. I'll go in with you. All right, man. Okay, let's look at YFI. Let's look at YFI. YFI back down to 14,000 with exaggerated bullish divergence. Yet again, it's holding this line flat. totally flat. And now the divergence is up here on the 4 hour, very strong. This is bullish divergence, guys. It's exaggerated bullish divergence. Keeping it here all the time, so it's like I stare at this cheat sheet every day. I know it. I memorized it, and I still stare at it just in case, just to make sure. So I'm liking this right here, honestly. I feel like if Bitcoin was gonna roll over, we would have rolled over already. I'm having a good feeling for the weekend, but you know, we never know. We have higher highs in the RSI, low, a little higher, so that's moving up, even though the price is going down. So that's almost like that's bullish divergence here too. There's some bullish divvy right there. You can see that it played out. See how it plays out? And you would have got in right there, right when you saw it. And here we have it, man. We have it. Sometimes you miss it. Right now, you're not going to miss it. This is it. 14,099. I'm going to be getting into this as well. Damn, man. YFI. I scalped YFI yesterday I was up 130. I only took it for 35 bucks. That pisses me off because I went and took my family on a hike. But you know what? Sometimes you choose your family over your work, and that's important. I have a therapist, and I was talking to him recently, and look at Band starting to fly. Like Band already doing its thing. Already up at 622, right? I was in at 618. So this looks like the same thing's about to happen. People are going to notice this divergence. Let's see how we're doing here with the pink. So we went up, we went down. Now it's forming that. To me, those are double bottoms. You go up, you go down. Now we're in the pink again. This is about to cross. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour, very healthy, has a cross coming, and exaggerated bullish divergence here on the 1 hour. Only thing we do see, though, shoulder, head, almost a shoulder, a bit of a head and shoulder here. So I do see that bearish pattern. Doesn't play out. 32% chance that it won't. I feel like it was trying to play out here, and it didn't. It made a bit of a shoulder, though. So that's something you have to watch for. Will this head and shoulder play out, or will the divergence beat it? You know? And only time will tell. YFI. Do we take YFI down? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the YFI climate right now? Better to wait a little bit. Okay. I don't know, though, how much longer you can wait, because that exaggerated divergence is going to play out, right? Or you could say it played out right here in a way. Let's see. Let's build a case against my case. I always try to build two cases so I don't hear myself and drink my own Kool-Aid. So here the price is going up. There's a flat line there. Yeah, or we don't have to be convulsed to trade. Maybe we could take a break, you know. Zcash is having a halving. I remember that. I want to keep that on your guys' radar. Just to throw out there. Did YFI ever do its thing? Like we said, look, here, I said, this is what we saw last time. Look, there's the divergence. And then I said, you're going to buy right here. I circled it. Said this would be a great entry. You got the pink curving with the blue line as well. And boom. You got some gains. You had to sell fast, though. See? You're not getting all the way to the top of the pattern even, which you normally do. Then we double bottomed here. Okay? And that's exaggerated bullish divergence, because this is flat. These are pretty close to flat. And this moves up. And then here you kind of almost have it again, not really. It's starting to kind of form with each other now, but it's rolling over. I don't like YFII, but YFI could come right back down to the bottom of this trend line here, though, at 13,854 as well. Something that's very, very possible. Very risky day to trade. I'm going to opt out to open a position. I'll show you what happened with Uni. I'm going to show you how I scalped Uni last night and what happened. So the trade was, I was in Uni. Let me see exactly what happened, because I got into Uni like later in that afternoon, and I waited. Next thing you know, I just sat at my computer. I got lucky because right when I sat down, Uni was doing its thing. I went in for 1260 at 4:30 yesterday afternoon, and I got in at 313. So I bought somewhere at this double bottom. I said if it breaks here, it's going to keep going, right? So I think I actually got in here. I got in here thinking this was about to break out, but it didn't. It fell down, went all the way down here. I was down, you know, but I had a, you know, $1,200 position. My stop loss did not get triggered somehow, some way. And then you can see we clearly had like a bit of a shoulder, head, and shoulder. We broke out, and I saw the breakout right here. It started happening. And the second I flipped it to the 1 minute, and the second, look, I'll show you right here. I saw a swing high. So I took the RSI, which is right here, which would have been like this one, to there, which is a very steep pitch. And then I saw that this was flat. And I said, dude, I got to get out of the trade. That's the representation. That's the bearish divergence right there. And I made sure to make my sell. And I sold at, let's see, I sold at 333. And it went all the way to like 337, 338. But to me, I caught that top because it never went close again. Here, actually, one more time, it hit 326, kind of dwindled. It kept popping up here, 324, but look, it never. And now it's going sideways, though, so you can see it's clearly formed new support. It's now doesn't want to go back down below 310. This is like this area here seems to be holding. This 315 area, it bounced off at one time, and now it really isn't getting a little closer to it. So there's a head and shoulder pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder. Will it come back down to the trend line? That's very possible. So I'm leaving uni alone, and yeah. No, core is really nice, but like you can't buy core on Binance. I'm just not dealing with the Uniswap fees. I'm not doing it. I don't have it in me today to run after core. I just don't. I'll let core sail to the seas. I don't FOMO, guys. I'm good at it, at not FOMOing. I FOMO'd for years, and it's kind of sucks. So I don't like to do it anymore. Like I get happy that I don't care. I'm like, wow, look at that coin went up to $1,000. You know, obviously, look up 40% today though. Damn, I'm not gonna say I wish I wasn't in on it, but that FOMO makes me just, you know, take a deep breath and realize, okay, I wasn't in on it. I'll form a better plan to get in on something. But look at that though. It looks nice. Breaking out of that huge triangle. I want to look at it just because it's exciting me right now, just to look at it. But I don't like how I can't add it though. Core. You can get the wrapped ETH on Uniswap. Damn, look at that thing. Parabolica, right? Yeah, wow. It's erupting right now as we speak, actually. Boom, it blasted right out of this. Kind of in a descending triangle, but it also was in a falling wedge, right? If we take this. And I'm sure, guys, we can see the divergence. Like, now I know that we're going to see it. See, look, price went from swing low down, right? But what happened to the RSI? It's going in the uptrend. That's your entry right there. Then price was flat. Kind of right here. Price was flat. If we put a line here. Price from here to there went flat line. But if we were to draw our line at the same location, it went up, which is exaggerated bullish divergence. Because price is staying still while the RSI is going up. Now you're overbought on the 4 hour, right? So you got to take profits. If you're not taking profits now, then you're dreaming. That's kind of how I see it. You know, it hit previous resistance right here. You draw your resistance lines, which you would have drawn one here, drawn one here, drawn one here. Maybe you can slide one right there. You can see that's why price hit it for a second, then the candle boomed up. I would be taking profits on core right now, but that's just me. I'm more a conservative trader. I want to do this for a lifetime, not for a few days. But I like core. Definitely looks great. Look at the daily though. Check out the 30-minute. Yeah, it's almost overbought on every time frame. Now you just got to wait for the bearish divergence to play out. That's all you're looking for now. Is some bearish divvy. Have this go up while this goes down. come back, and then that's the end of the trade. I put the entry in the chat before. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Let's look at, so Sand fell off the earth. That's sad, dude. I had such a big group, and I really thought Sand was going to be the one, man. Wow, look, it just collapsed right out of that bull flag. It was coiling up. Like, how does it do that? Look, it sends weeks getting ready to coil up, just to dump on everybody. And here, though, I'm seeing a lot of bullish divergence, guys, on almost everything. Look, there it is there. Price is flat, but the RSI is going up. Exaggerated bullish divergence. Bit of a triple bottom, kind of. Really strange. Or is it a double bottom? It's a triple bottom to me. It was very interesting. Very interesting day. How much divergences we're seeing. How much bullish divergence that we're seeing. Almost every coin has it. That's kind of telling me that I think we're in for some big moves. Like a big bull run. Like beginning. Like everything. Look, this is in it too. Sol. Little flat. But it went up, and then you can see it now they go together. But right here, that was an upswing. It was actually almost a downswing. Yeah, that's bullish divergence too. Huh? Interesting. Sol. I'm looking at Sol here. But again, need I digress? Here is the bullish divergence right here, and we can prove that it didn't. All you got was a little move. So here, swing down. So you got to backtest everything I teach you guys, so you can find out like what are the percentages, what did you get out of that bullish divergence right there? If you got in on that line, 3.9%. You know, it's been very shady. In the downtrend, you only get little moves. You got to go the uptrend is where you get the big moves. And look, we fell out of this pattern. Sol fell out of a pattern just like Sand did. Sol and Sand look identical almost. And then look, this is an inverted head and shoulders that didn't play out. One of the first times I've seen that. With a double bottom. The neckline, and it got rejected at the neckline. This would be the neckline right here. It never made it. Nothing. So SXP getting slammed. Everything getting slammed to their lows. Look, but they're all triple bottoming. Look, bottom, bottom, bottom. I think these are buying opportunities in my opinion. Either that or it's like we're going really far down. Look at NIO. People are going to start selling it off. I'm telling you right now. There's the double top with the bearish divergence. It should play out more than this. Get back down to this trend line here at 26 maybe, something like that. We're so overbought. It could get pinned a little bit, but yeah, just looking at NIO. OMG. So everything, look, everything was in these beautiful pennants, and they just all collapsed. But now it's forming support, like it's bouncing off the support. A lot of these are bouncing off strong support with MACD crosses coming on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So you're seeing almost the same thing on every coin. Look, like bounce, bounce, bounce. You're seeing slight divergence everywhere. Ontology. You're waiting for this to have the divergence. There's a bit of divergence right there. Flat. This is going down. But the RSI has kind of started to flatline now. It's saying, no, I'm not going to follow this. That's usually where you can get in the end of a wedge. With the pink happening, right? Haven't played Ontology in a while. At 54, higher highs on the RSI as well. There's bullish divergence right there. Really strong bullish divergence. You can see. If we take this swing low, then we'd have to go over there. So no, okay. Negates it. Okay, Sand fell off the earth. I put the entry in the chat before. Yeah, zoom out on Sand, please. Inverted head and shoulders. Ocean, please. Ocean, please. Yeah, we'll look at Ocean. Loop ring, DGB. Dude, you guys are gonna overtrade yourselves into nothing, man. I'm telling you, you can't chase every coin you hear about. I'm telling that to myself too. Remember, when I say things, I'm not, like, cause some people might be like, damn, he's no, I'm just telling you, like, I've been here before. Everything you're doing, I've done already. Just remember that. 2016, I'm sitting there looking at every coin, every single thing, and checking on stuff, you know. I've been trading for about, I'd say, 11 years now. My first trade was in, so I'm a beginner. I consider myself a beginner, right? Most guys have been trading 20, 30 years, right? I'm a beginner, man. I'm just starting out. I'm just starting to learn, you know? My 10 years ain't nothing compared to these guys that I'm trying to take money from. They're way better than me. But my journey has begun. I'm in too deep at this point. There's nothing else I can do, right? I'm in too deep. Like, I've spent too many years at this. For me to give up now would be ridiculous. I finally have somewhat of an edge, and to give it up would be crazy. I like theta right now on the bullish divergence. We have, you know, flat line in here. We have a curve. Theta's in price discovery, and it's basically sitting in this bull flag. In my opinion, it's kind of a bull flag. If I clear out all my other work on theta and we just look at it simply for what it is, it's really in this bull flag, and it's the bottom of the trend line. That's where I like to buy anything. And we have the 200-day moving average as well, so we have a lot of confluence. I'm gonna get into the theta here. I also have seen theta do its own thing regardless of Bitcoin, right? We've seen theta kind of react. I'm gonna go heavy on theta. I'll be honest, I'm gonna use the rest of my capital on theta. The reason being is I've watched this price now. Let's take the idea. It boomed all the way up to crazy price discovery at 58. People sold it off. It went to 42. Boom back up for a double top at 54. That's a double top. You can see it got sold back down, right? Formed a bit of a triangle. It popped. Got above the 21-day moving average and started to move. It bottomed at 40. Made its way all the way to 79. Basically a 90% move, right? Now it's come down and it wanted to retrace. Here I felt like we would have had a retrace back down to the 618, you know, something like that. But it's starting to flag numerous times. Now we're low on the RSI. There's you can almost say that this is hidden bullish divergence. Let's see if it plays. I've seen this play out. We go from here to here, and we can skip some lines. We skip some of these. We're skipping these dips, and we're just going right around the line. But that, to me, is hidden bullish divergence, and I've seen it play out. Excellent. Excellent. That's what I love to hear, man. You guys are doing it right. Yeah, so look, bottom of the pattern, right when the div. So this is what you go to the 1 hour is the best place for entry. I'm going to tell you guys that when it comes to your divergences, maybe even the 30-minute, because they're sharp to the point. You're going to be able to see your actual move. So here it is, right? This was your entry. The divergence shows it to you every time. When the RSI makes the second high, but the price makes the second low, that's where you strike. So the plan was to get in at 66. It was below the pattern, broke back below, could have kept falling. We're broken. Now we're retesting the 21-day moving average here too. Kind of in the zone, which is part of the bigger pattern. And then we make our way. So I'm entering theta right now. I like theta. I think it's the safer play. I mean, if anything is safe, nothing is safe. But I think it's the safest play due to its price discovery. It's now forming a bit of a cult group, in my opinion. People that are into theta, they're talking about it on YouTube and some dark corners. And theta has some conspiracy talk going on. I mean, it's attracting a large variety of people. Okay, so I know that it has legs. I like theta. Philosophically, I like theta. Technically, theta looks good to me. So we're getting into theta as well. And that's going to be it for the day for me. I'm going to be tapped out. I'm going to keep like a couple more thousand on the side in case I have to cut these off and then get in on a V-shaped recovery or something like that. We don't know. Anything could happen, right? So far, we'll see. I'm preemptive on my buy-ins. I like to buy in. I'm usually down with a couple bucks right when I get in because I don't like to wait for the price if I see something that I like. So we're down 6, we're up 4, we're down 3. So for the day right now, we are down $6 with some trading fees, maybe about $8. So we're waiting on that. We set our traps for the day. Let's look at the total market cap, okay, for the coins. It was doing really well, but kind of had a bit of an issue. But let's look at the big picture. And what I mean by the big picture, I mean is, yeah, it can struggle here, but it's still in an uptrend on the way out. It's still moving on the way out. It broke out of this pennant and it hasn't, it's not coming back into the pattern. It's pretty far away. Looks a lot like Bitcoin. If we're going to go look at the big picture of Bitcoin, it looks a lot like Bitcoin. So here is the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin. So these are the alts right here. They look just very similar. You can see everything looks the same. The alts look just like Bitcoin. I'll show you the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin went up, came back down. Now it's sitting in a flag, right? If we look at the total 2, which is the entire market cap, it's doing the same thing. I mean, Bitcoin's got so much dominance that it's kind of dominating the patterns. Even the crypto pattern, even without Bitcoin, look how similar they look. I mean, this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Here's the total market cap. And then if you go to Bitcoin itself, it looks just like both of those. So it's controlling the space. I mean, it always has, but see, up, down, sideways movement. So Bitcoin in this zone, you're seeing we're getting wicked up here. When's the last time we saw some 2 big wicks like that? Here we had a pretty big wick. We boomed up with a nice candle. So it's possible that these wicks are telling us there's a heavy buy pressure. Buy, 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 buy. About to have the pink in that 4 hour. Only can be so bearish for so long. So Paolo Crasciolo, good time to buy Bitcoin. Options on Ripple / opinions on Ripple XRP. Thank you so much for coming, man. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Everyone say hi to the newcomer. I really appreciate that. We see Paolo here. Paulo, right? Paulo. And Paulo, we have an amazing group here. If I may plug my group, because I think we're all amazing here. And if you come to the video and you're watching my video, and right here we have a Telegram channel, which you can join my Telegram. Click this link. Brings you to my amazing Telegram channel called the Crypto Lifer Trading Room. You're going to look for the yellow and blue logo. This one right here. A little different than the logo on the channel. And look how much stuff we talk about here. Even since this morning. Let me show you how much action has gone in. Since 6:30 or for the first traders in my group wake up I was trading at 2 in the morning. I was scalping uni. I sold the top. I explained how I sold the top. I pointed out the bullish divergence. Then I tried to play the breakout here. It didn't occur. But basically right here, I'm like, look, it looks like uni is about to pop. I just basically point out things as they're happening as fast as I can, kind of showing you guys what's going on. Like there's the bearish divergence right there. That told me to sell uni. Boom, boom. Like clockwork, I sold the top. And that's how you do it, because the divergences are going to really show you things. But I wanted to show you as a beginner, there's so much stuff in here going on, right? Since this morning, 6:40 a.m., someone showing us that we have Bitcoin, US dollar, possible head and shoulder. Interesting. Okay. Thoughts? Hey, that's possible. What I don't see, it's like a spike and a spike. We like to see a hump more. But hey, man, anything is possible, right? But you're saying Bitcoin back to 10.9, going to the 618 after a retrace. Hey, looking bearish. And with the OKX dump, we might see more pain. Tight stop loss on uni for now. Only trade them in. Interesting. Also, Theta just took a dump on me. Damn. So the market just kind of went down. Theta just went down to 68 evens. I'm down $20. So, but you know, I didn't use the 1 minute. I'll show you how to perfect an entry into the 1 minute. You're looking at Theta and you're like, all right, I really want to get into Theta. What I do is I go into the 1 minute. I didn't do it here because I was just, look at that, dude. We got up and then we boom. Crazy, right? That's a strange wick. A lot of weird action going on. And look, we're oversold now on Theta. Perfect time to buy it, actually, especially on the 1 minute. Looks like 68 is your nice bottom. And look, we're clearly kind of forming this. This is a place where we haven't broken in how long? Since the 15th of October. So it's been a day we've been holding this support region. But it's been holding for 24 hours about or more. And we're about to bounce off it right again right there. And that may form the divergence. Or it may just bounce off. I mean, oversold region, right? Usually a good time to scalp. You buy right here. It's on the 1 minute. It can't really go any lower, you know? So, okay, so how was, you want to look at XRP, right? Paulo. Let's look at XRP real quick. Big move down or up, you think? And what makes you say that? Big move on Theta in the next few hours. Hey, I'm not going to hate. What makes you say that, my friend? You posted a chart. Okay, cool. He sees a fractal. Yeah, we don't just say why here, though. Hadouken will back it up with the chart. He always does, so don't worry. If you join my trading room, Hadouken will back this up with the chart. He does every time, so I don't see why he wouldn't again. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate the good work. Definitely will join. Would help me immensely. Yeah, and we have a whole trading system looking to enter Ren. Okay, let's look at Ren. Ren's been on a hot streak, so it's been a go-to coin. We know that they have a great team, right? We know. So double top on Ren here, as you can see. And was the bearish divergence there? Yeah, no, not really. So we didn't see it totally. See it on the 1 hour. Did we see it on the 1 hour? We did. So this is, I'm just showing you how divergences really, all you have to do is buy and sell them. They're amazing. They don't always play out perfectly, but here's one perfect. Look, swing high to the price, but the RSI swung low. On that second hill, when you get up here, you're out. If you didn't get the first hill and you're not lucky enough to fall through this dip and get out again, you got to sell it. And I'm just really showing you, look, this goes up, this goes down. It gives you a perfect place to get out, and then boom, you don't miss any of this pain. And you can re-enter once you see the RSI set back again. So you know, it's such a beautiful thing, the divergences. It really just shows you the way really, really well. What's Bitcoin doing now? Bitcoin, just it likes to, it's swinging from 11.3 to 11.4. The problem is people have to get used to that. People have to get used to that. So yeah, so that was a good place to sell Ren. So we know the top. So now let's look at the 4 hour and try to get a fib retrace, a local fib retrace, because we came back down. So we're bouncing off the 382 right now. Seems like we're forming a double bottom. Am I wrong? Look, bottom. Could this be the next double bottom right here? We're also getting low, and looks like there's about to be some pink on the 4 hour. Ren, man. Interesting. At 33 cents for a little bit of Ren. It could be a double top, though. But it isn't. We don't see the bearish divergence. So playing with that idea could start to form a double bottom on Ren. Let's look at the daily to see where it's going. On the daily, it's going to roll over. It says, I've had my time. Look at the last time we were up here. Making lower lows as well, so it's technically in a downtrend. Right? Technically in a downtrend. Technically moving down in a wider channel too. It's kind of weird, but it's down. I mean, we could say, actually, we could do this. It broke out of this falling wedge. But that was its, yeah, there it is. So it had a falling wedge. It broke out. It hit the target. Couldn't get all the way to the top target. But this was the target because we would have drawn our line here. That was the target. Hit the target. Came down to 382. Maybe some more retrace for Ren. It could come back down to the 618 one more time at 26. What's up, Dehan? How's it going, man? Happy Friday, brother. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't, not sure about Ren right now. I would wait on Ren, only because that daily is looking scary to me. The 4 hour does tell you, though, there's some pink coming. We may get back up to the channel. It could be a possible double bottom. So I see two scenarios. I mean, we could at least get to the double bottom. We could get up here. Just trying to see what you can. And remember, you're going to get less than normal because people are just not in that mood to hold altcoins too long. Yeah, thank goodness it's Friday, man. I appreciate it. For sure, right? Even though I work from home and I sit here all day in front of the screen, Fridays still feel like Fridays, man. I'll tell you what. They feel fun. Like, I wake up in the morning on a Friday and I'm a kid. I'm never going to grow up. So all the emotions I had as a child, they never left me. I still get excited on Fridays as if school is over. I still get happy to hang out with my friends on the weekend. I still think about sunny days and, it's just kind of what it is. I'll hold off then. Thanks. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, right? This could be your entry right here. This could be your entry. You are holding this double bottom. For some reason, it's really liking this line of support at 33. 33 is my special number, too. That's where I sold uni last night, on the 33. We do see the pink coming. 1 hour. We're about to have our cross. But looking silly. We don't see the divergences, though. Nothing telling us that we're going to boost. Let's draw this too, though. Let's make sure we go over everything. So I do see a pattern at play now that I didn't see before on the 30 minute. Well, we didn't look at the 30 minutes, so how would I have seen it? Bit of a descending triangle, though. Flat on the bottom, price going down. Usually price will coil in here and either fall off or come up. 68% of the chance this falls down. So this could put Ren back here at 29. So we do see a double bottom as well, though. Bottom, there's that double bottom playing out yet again. I'm looking for any divergences on this time frame. I don't see them. Let's look at market ciphers. Sometimes I have to use market cipher at this point when it gets, do I see a yellow dot? 2 yellow dots. Interesting. Last time we had the yellow dot, played out really well. Says there's manipulation. 2 yellow dots. We're red in the red line. Looks like we could get into the money. Interesting. We don't have a wave cutting into a wave. You want a wave with a smaller wave? See, this wave goes into a bigger wave. Smaller wave for a bigger wave. Boom. Booms out. Smaller wave into a bigger wave. You buy into the bigger wave. Booms out, right? All the time we had smaller waves cutting into a bigger wave. Here we kind of have it, but not as much. The waves are here. Here we do have a smaller wave cutting into the bigger wave, but it's not like separated. We do see the green dot, though. Stochastics are kind of high with a cross as well, though. So the Stokes are telling you that it's going to cool off. It's got to come back down. So will it go sideways here as it makes the double bottom? Let the stochastics cool off? So let's just watch this. Let's watch it. There's nothing else we can do, really. Put a vertical alert, like somewhere here when the price finally hits this side. I don't know. I'm not getting a clear reading on Ren, not like I normally get. And because of that, I'm going to leave it alone for now. A very good chance it pops, though. All right, so we have our fractal in from Theta, in from Amit. So let's see what Hadouken is saying here. Okay, price is way off of the 21 and the 50. See how far away it is? Price likes to snap back to the 21 on the 6 hour. So let's take a look at that already. That's an idea that, there's so many ideas. It's hard to think of them all at the same time. So let's go back to the regular template. And we'll see. Yeah, so look how far the price is away. Yeah, it's getting close now, but here it was away. It likes to snap back to the 200, to the 21. Got rejected by the 50, came up. This is curling. If we go to the 15 minute and we see that the 21 crossed the 50, we do, see? That lets me know that it's going to happen on the 1 hour. So it crossed, and now it's coming for a big cross. It's coming up more. This tells me that this is starting to start a new trend. A new trend is forming. A new trend is forming. I thought it was Lambos. A new trend is forming here for Theta. No, I knew it was the 4 hour. I just looked back to the 1 hour to show you. Here's the 1 hour. We're seeing we got a curve. You go to the 15 minute, you see it cross. So we go back to the 4 hour, and it's telling me that hopefully this will come down, but this will start to curve. Form a double bottom pattern here. Looking really good. We do see slight divergence already because this is a lot flatter than that. I'm sticking to the buy for Theta. I don't understand the huge sell-off here on that 1 hour. Let's see if that a 1 minute candle. Okay, and now you can see we're forming on the 1 minute. We're kind of starting to form a new trend. We were in a downtrend, clearly here. And to me, like, because if we were to bring this wide, it's a very wide channel. You could say it's in this wide channel. And there you see the divergence yet again. Like, we're seeing it so much. Look, swing low to swing low is down hard, right? But when we go over here and we take our boom. And honestly, let's zoom in on that. We'll find if there's if it's pitch worthy, meaning, and it is. It's pitch worthy. You see it? All you need is a slight pitch up, and that's it. And boom. Look at the divergence play out right there. It's insane how these divergences work in your favor. You buy the second touch. This is swinging down. You buy that second touch. It's also an oversold buy. And now you're getting oversold. You're working your way out of the RSI. Yeah, I like Theta, man. We're all in on it now. We looked at it on the 1 minute. We can see that it looks like a new trend is forming. Remember, you start a 5 hour drive by starting your car and driving out of your driveway. The small move, if you can understand it enough, is that. So let's look at the triple bottom on sand that my buddy said it is confirmed. What does that mean that it's confirmed? That it's bouncing off of the bottom, right? Where did we find that triple bottom? What time frame was I in? It looks so neat. Now it's a mess. Was I on the 1 hour? Oh yeah, let's reload. That's the triple bottom right there, and it blasted. Look at it, just got blasted. See? Boom. That just happened. So if I go to the 1 minute, wow. Scalp City, dude. Look at that. And look at the divergence. You could have played it here. Swing low. Price is going down here. Clearly down, right? It's in a downtrend. But then when we go to the RSI and we go to this first swing, we see it's in an uptrend. I'm telling you guys. And boom, there's your entry right there on the divergence. Boom. What was the percentage on that? That looks like 3 or 5%. 4.5% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 minutes. That's how you play these, man. That's it right there. So boom, boomed out. So I'm showing you in real time these things occurring, right? And now you're overbought. So the 1 minute's a great place to learn how the rest of the time frames, they all work exactly the same. They just happen way slower, right? Here's your divergence yet again. And if you got here, you would have not got stopped out. You always buy the second touch of the RSI. I'll circle it for you guys. Right there. Right there. Boom. Came down again. But what a sketchy day. Like you get in, you get all the way up here, you lose all the gains, then you get all the gains back again. Crazy. Craziness. So sand at 435. So people saw what I saw. People on tiny time frames making scalps, guys. That's what's happening right now. That's why a lot of your stuff isn't going right. Look at Ocean for my man Jesse. Sorry, I forgot for a second. You guys are so loud. I listened to my live stream yesterday. I hear plates moving. It sounds like I got work in a cafeteria, man. It's so unprofessional. Can you just be a little quieter? All right, cool. So, all right, let's check it. All right, let's look at Ocean. Let's go to the 12-hour. Let's start fresh on Ocean. Leave them to play. I know, but just, I have a microphone and headphones on, and so every bang in the house is really loud on my ears. They don't realize that. Oh, so here's a head and shoulder. We got a shoulder, head, a shoulder played out. You can say, how did it play out, Sam? How did you know? Well, you take the line from the neck to the top of the head, and then you bring it here. It got pretty dang close. Okay, and now we're forming a bit of a flag, right? Seems to be really holding support here and starting a flag. So Ocean's getting ready, in my opinion, to make somewhat of a move. Okay, but let's build two scenarios for Ocean. Let's give you the bearish and the bullish ideas here to see which one makes more sense. Now, Ocean was high, got slammed down here. It's now channeling. It is on its way up. Let's look for the divergence in the 1 hour. See if we can find it. Now we have kind of a, yeah, it's almost a, this was almost a head and shoulder, like shoulder, head, shoulder. Didn't really play out. Now this is almost now a head and shoulder too, though. Shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Could this come back down here with the Bart Simpson pattern? Bart Simpson's head come right back down to support here at 31. Yeah, we do have a cross coming on the 1 hour though, but it doesn't mean we're not going to roll over like we do sometimes when we get a double one. Like we're about to have a cross here, but no. So, telling you what, even these patterns are tough to look at. That's a strange pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down inside of a channel like that. It is a bit of a bull flag. Trying to work on my idea if I would trade this, right? Obviously, it's not like the other trades. The other trades you saw me just walk right into them. I was like, oh, this looks nice. So that already tells you something. I can't, like I just went and bought Theta like nothing. I was like, oh, Theta looks good. Band looks good. BAO looks good. Like this doesn't look good to me. As far as those are, right? Let's look at the 4 hour. See, to me, is you want to see that it's going to reverse a trend, right? And let's build the idea that it's still in a downtrend. Although it's yeah. So we could say this was the downtrend here. We'll go for this story here. So came down, went sideways, came down again, but now it is forming a new trend. Higher highs. So now what is happening for Ocean? It's crucial that it comes back up here. And what we clearly need is we need a higher high above this zone here. So we're either going to get rejected, come back down. We got rejected 3 times, right? So 4 times. We should hit this line 1 more time. And then look, we got sold down on this wick as well. I'm trying to look for some bearish. Yeah, and look, there is bearish divergence right there. Swing low to swing low. And then swing high to swing high. That's a sell. Comes back down. And honestly, to me, that the fact that this is still staying kind of flat while this is still going down, that's even more bearish divergence to me. This tells me that this is going to continue down. I think it's going to fall out of the pattern and come back down here to 30. Lose about 10%. Yeah, I'm not... no guarantee. Right now, all I can tell you, it looks like it's going to range between 34 and 37. If it gets rejected by 37 one more time, you got to keep watching 34. If it breaks 34, looks like it's definitely come back down to 31 area. Let's look at it on the daily. On the daily, it's about to roll over. Like it's had a big kind of some moves. Like look, in the last 7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the last 10 days, 1, 2, 3, it had 5 candles, and the candles are huge, really big green candles. So, yeah, this thing is in the dumps, in my opinion. It tried to break out. It got rejected by a price here, and now it's getting stuck. It will probably range for a while sideways before we see anything out of it. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's move on. Let's not waste our time. Okay, cool. All right, let me go through these. Triple bottom on cent confirmed. Leaving them to play. Yeah. CRV. Okay. CRV is another one that just is in the dumps, man. I keep repeating that I don't like to touch a stock unless it starts to get above the moving averages. Starts to show some bullish sentiment, right? I did a heavy work on CRV recently. You can see it here. It's in the dump. Like before, I said right here, I said, who's to say it's not going to keep going down? And look, it did, right? I remember saying that when people were like, look, it looks like it bottomed here. All right, now things are really double bottoming out though. Like this is a lower low though. This is now the lowest low. I don't even like talking about this coin because in my opinion, it's in the dumps, man. Like how many more falling wedges do you want out of this thing? Like look, we'll go out of it. To me, it just, you know what? There it is though. There's your divergence. You have your swing high. It's exaggerated bullish. You have swing highs here, but the price is flat. The price is completely flat. Tells you that the trend should bounce here. Double bottom as well. Starting to break above. Let's see if the 15-minute, if the price is somewhat above one of the moving averages, I'll give it a shot. An idea that it's kind of getting bullish, but the idea here is it has so much resistance. Like let's break it down. Resistance here, like theta. Theta is in price discovery. It doesn't have this. It doesn't have to go through all this to get your 10% gains. Like just to get this thing has to fight through so much. Look, it's got to get through this line, then that line, then that line. Then it's got to fight through all the moving averages as well. It's just got an upward battle. We do see on the 15-minute, we see the bullish divergence right here. Starting to play out, but then it got rejected. Like it didn't make it. It didn't kind of keep the momentum up like this. We have a higher high, a higher low right here. So you just really need to see CRV needs to put in a higher high above this green line here, which is 47.5. Until then, like it's bearish. It's just the bearish of bears. Look at it on the daily. Can't get any information. Yeah, I'm not touching this thing because think about it. I could scalp a hot coin for 5,000 and make 10 to 20%, make $500 to $1,000 before I put 2,000-3,000 in this and wait to make 30%. You know, yeah, there's huge gains coming because the thing's at the bottom. I'm not saying you can't put $5,000, never look at this again, and then a year from now you'll probably be in the money. If that's how you want to trade, it's just not how I want to trade. I see a little bit of hidden bullish divergence slightly because this is like flat and this is going up. But yeah, I don't really want to look at it anymore. Okay, let's look at BNB. BNB is moving, dude. BNB, completely different story. Like that's the difference, man. You don't want to be in shit coins. No offense. I'm giving up. I don't really ever want to trade CRV again. There's going to be huge scalp city later on. Interesting. CRV is, you think? Or just like in general today, the overall market? Binance coin's in a flag. It fell out of the flag. It's kind of down here now. We need to make it break back into the pattern to make sure it stays bullish. Kind of retesting this area of support right now, bouncing off the 50-day moving average with a curl in the 21. It's had a big run up as well. Look, it's just been going 23. It's had a nice run. This could be. Look at this. No, I'm seeing if I could see a double top, a big double top here. Possible. Let's look at waves. When Waves moves, it moves, right? It's got a lot of heads on it. Already up 11% today, though, so we missed the move. Damn. Damn, I wish we had seen this earlier. That's in the last hour. Wow, Scalp City, dude. What I try to show you is at least where would you get into the scalp, right? And again, like zoom into the 1 minute, stare at that RSI. And the second you see that this line is diverged, like look, there it is. Look, it's flat on the RSI, but it's sharp there. That's your entry on that second dot. Boom. This thing is still moving. This thing's still moving right now. Pretty much in a straight line. Wow. Look at all the green, 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 green. So we missed it. There was the move right here. Don't FOMO into this stuff, guys. We missed it. And then there's your bearish divergence, guys. Look. This hill to this hill. They're matched. They're either matched or down. And then this hill to this hill is up. That's where you take your money. I've taken my money there like 10, 15 times, and only like 11, only like 4 of them did the price keep going up. 90% of the time, if I sell right here, it's a great sell. So this move is over to me with the bearish divergence on the 1 minute playing out. So you get in with the bullish divergence, you get out with the bearish. You see it? This is your entry. Here's your exit. And you don't lie to yourself, and you don't trade emotions. You just use this. I was trying to say the other day that you could use strictly divergences to make money all the time. Either the price is flat. Look, either the price is flat or the RSI is going up, which is exaggerated bullish. Or the price is down and the RSI is flat. Both of these will give you the same outcome. A pump, right? So I can clearly tell you that I'm pretty sure that we're going to come back down now to at least $3, or we'll flag in this, and maybe we'll flag. Sometimes it flags. If there's heavy FOMO, maybe it'll keep going. You don't know, right? There's a chance. Wow, look, I've seen bearish divergence be defied only 2 out of 10 times, like maybe even 1 out of 10 times. Most of the time, you're going to win if you take your profit right here. So why not just go with the percentages? Like, look, we hit 307. You would have sold right now 305 if you got lucky. And that would have been it. That would have been it. I can say this with confidence. And we can come back to this in a little while. And we'll see if I'm right or if I'm full of garbage. But it happens a lot. So, yeah. And we're pinned up here. We're overbought and pinned on the RSI. Only a matter of time that we have to come back down. We don't spend that much time up here. Some of the most time we've ever spent up there on the 1 minute. Here, 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 here. So the things you can say, when you get overbought a lot, there's a lot of push on this. There's a lot of push on this coin. Wow, but it made 8% in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last hour, hour and a half. Wow, 309, 310. So now it is defying the bearish divvy. It's saying, you know what? No way. I'm going to keep going. So there you go. I was wrong on that one. Wow. Parabolico. So now what you have to do is you have to go to the 4 hour. Dude, Waves just made move. We missed it. We missed it. We missed it, guys. It's kind of sad. I don't run into these candles like that. We missed the move. We missed it. Now you look for more bearish divergence. We don't have it yet. We don't have it now. It's just continuing up. This thing is insanity. Wow. So now it's defying all odds. Why? Was there news for Waves? What happened with Waves? Why does Waves want so much? Damn, dude. Look at this thing. 314. But you're so overbought. All you have to do is just rest this. You know what happens when you play the charts over and over again? You just know that you're not going to miss out. The chart's there for you. Like, it's going to teach you. Even if you sold here at 307, if you got in down here and you sold up here, you should be happy. The bearish divvy did tell you that it was they're flat though. They weren't fully down. Only a matter of time now though, till this becomes something crazy. Because now, wow, 315. I think it's gonna FOMO even more. So what you have to do is you have to go to the 4 hour and you start looking at. Actually, you have to go to the 12 hour. Wow. Wow, 316. This thing's not stopping. This is nuts. Nikolai, man, you're like a minute late. I need. This has happened a bunch of times. You're like, check this, check that. How did you know about Waze? What were you looking at? What were you researching? That's another thing. I spend so much time doing stuff with you guys that I'm not watching the market, right? I'm not seeing what's going on in my own world. Let's see what's going on here. I wonder if the live stream makes me less money because I'm not like focused on my own trades. I'm focused on like just kind of being in the community, which is fine. I'm cool with that, but I'm just wondering if it does. Because I've missed a few trades recently because I'll be sitting there like someone's asking me about CRV. Like we're spending 10 minutes on a crap coin when we should be looking at like the focus. I'm gonna have to put together a better focus. Like maybe we'll do screening. I should be screening volume, stuff like that. So it's my fault technically. This is all my fault. I should be able to be better. Yeah, BNB hot coins. But what does that mean? BNB is a hot coin? Waves has serious volume. No, it does. It's doing well. Look at this, 318. Look at the 1 minute. Damn, we could have just made a killing right then. Who would have thought we could have bought that green candle? You put me right here and I said, oh, this bearish divvy, it's probably gonna play off. Dude, a rounded top now on the RSI. Look at how rounded it is. RSI usually moves in schematics. Like, look how round it is. Like, it's not like think. It's wrong. Oh, in the BNB app. I see what you're saying. It actually has a thing called best movers. Where is that? Let's see here. Markets. Well, it'll probably just be up here anyway. It'll be the best movers. We'll see the best movers. Waves is going to be somewhere at the top. Wow, Phil did its thing, huh? 400%. And here's Waves, 30% right here at the top. So boom. CHR making a move. Dot down. People liking that. Link down. Oh, Litecoin down. Interesting. Uni up is getting some play. Chromium. Still not a big double-digit coins, right? It's not a great day for trading. Like, it feels like it, but it's not. We're still in a very choppy market, guys. When you get into the real bull market, you're going to kick yourselves for trading right now. I'm telling you right now. You're like, why did I lose $20 on this and $15 on that when all I had to do was just watch the videos, study what the lifer said, study what whoever else you're learning from, put it together, create a form, right? And yeah. Okay. Keep buying $25 worth of link, guys. I keep doing it. I just keep doing it. Oh, I did find my Coinbase purchase recently where I bought okay, anyway. So what's going on here? NBRB best movers on the home screen. Yes. So Waves was the only one to make it out like a freaking bandit right now. 321 now. Waves will not stop. This is crazy. It really wasn't. It was slight bearish divergence though. It really was. Damn, man. That was a tiny bull flag. If we had seen the 30-second, we would have been able to see more. The traders on this that could get the 10-second and the 30-second, they were able to see more. This one's more, huh? Jesus. Think about it. It's the only thing hot today too. So people just oh, there it is, and they get, look at the volume. Insanity. Absolute insanity. Yeah, I look at it all the time. I look at that all the time. That's how I started trading, so I don't mind looking at that. My good friend is Gus. He's in whenever I look at stocks, I looked at his Gus funds, so I call these the Gus funds. Look at the Dow. The Dow kind of, what I see happening for the Dow, if we look at the 6 hour on the Dow, look, we basically had a falling wedge we were going to break out of and hit our target at 29,816. Now we had a falling wedge we broke out again. Looks like we are going to double top. A local double top here could send us back down to 2,300. But then we also have this giant double top. And I actually want to show you guys something too with that euphoria chart. We're going to talk about that in a second. But let's look at silver. Now, do you want to look at are you looking at is SLV a stock like silver trust shares? Are you looking at this silver dollar, or you just want to know silver itself? Just want to look at silver because I got silver locked in my chart here, right here, silver 23.24. Is this what you want me to look at? Let me know. SLV. So silver is in an uptrend, and you can see clearly had no divergence there, but dude, it's going to be the best in the next 2-3 years. Silver will be one of the best performing assets in your life. Trust me. Waves won't stop, dude. That's insane. Silver's doing really well. I see silver just has to break back above this pattern at 27, and then it's going to go up to $30 an ounce on its way. They manipulated silver for too long. The gold ratio is going to change. The gold to silver ratio, it's the lowest it's ever been. That's going to start to correct. You're going to see big moves for now, I called this out for everybody. I told you to get into support.com right here. Basically, it was going to break out. It broke out twice now, came back down, broke out again with a double bottom. This is basically online learning for children. It's packaged software. You know it's going to do well because that's what people are doing right now. So, yeah. Yeah, JNUG, we want to ride JNUG all the way. I still have JNUG going up 63% out of this bull pennant that it broke back into right now. So if you want to play stock market, I just do JNUG. But honestly, I think the stock crashed pretty hard. But look, JNUG to 233. The last time the market crashed, even gold crashed with the stocks. So that's kind of interesting. I learned a lesson there, right? Bearish div on NIO. We'll look at NIO. I mean, it would make sense just because on the 15-minute, yeah. Yeah, definitely hard bearish divvy. Like, this is, I told my buddy he should get out. Like, I was like, dude, they're going to sell it off tomorrow. Like, there's no way it stays above 28, in my opinion. But, hey, the 15 minutes says it might keep moving. Interesting. That is bearish divergence, though. You can see swing up to swing down. Started to play out down there. This is, JP Morgan created a big frenzy for this. And honestly, the sad thing is it could be the Federal Reserve buying this stuff up. So now these might, like, divergence, like, things, they might start playing games with the TA because they're just going to pump money in when they think it's going to fall, and that's going to do some damage to, like, how the market looks regularly. Really untrustworthy game here going on right now. We're in some shady times, some of the shadiest times ever in history. They're basically pumping the stock market every day. If you look at the Dow and you look at the open, it opens down, but they pump it up the second the Dow opens. It's kind of crazy what they're doing. It's really weird. Okay, waves still. I just want to see how much waves can go. Just excited to see. See, then there you go. And there you go. And there's your sell-off. And there's your sell-off. It can only go up for so long. And there's the bearish divergence kind of, They're never got full bearish, but look, I mean, you don't need bearish divergence to know that the pain is coming, right? Always sell, guys. So if you even had sold at 305, you've been like, all right, fine, I missed this boom, but oh well, right? It did get wicked back up here. It looks like, will this form new support? It's very possible. We'll begin to flag here what's going on, but we missed an amazing move. That's sad, right? Would have liked to have gotten in on that. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, and that's the fact of life. 23%, dude. And probably, let's see, if we go a 15-minute candle, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, still was in like 150 minutes, so about 2 hours. But that would have been in your day. That would have been your trade of the day, and then you could have walked away. Overbought on the, overbought on the 15-minute, overbought on the 1 hour, overbought on the 4 hour, overbought on the 6 hour. Like, this is where you have to go. Take your profits. Somewhat of a head and shoulder double bottom started this move. Double bottom here, moved up. We keep playing these. Eventually we're going to get one. There's the triple bottom too that we were seeing on the other coins. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's sand for you. Sand looked just like that, right? And it played out. So maybe this is a kind of precursor to what we're going to see. VeChain, they're all kind of in these bottom. Like you can see, like, I think what happened was, I think the institution saw where the move started. They missed it. They crashed us down so they could get and accumulate the coins they wanted. VeChain, all the partnerships, they waited for the partnerships to be more established. And then they just started to get in on these coins down here. It kind of making sense. Like it's like a safe bottom they're forming, right? Almost all these coins seem to be in these periods where they're hitting the same level. It's a screaming buy, right? It's like, dude, Monero finally cooling off a little bit. Went all the way to 150. Wow. I was wondering when Monero would end its run. It started at 75. It went up 100% since the beginning of September. Yeah, dude, JNUG's I've been playing JNUG for 10 years or 7 years now. JDust, JNUG, Nugget too. Nugget's the same thing. It's just like a similar, you know. Yeah, Waves did. We went over it. We watched it happen. We watched it happen. It was an amazing run. Look at this candle. We watched it on the 1 minute in real time, and we watched it fall off a cliff. Boom. Slight bearish divergence right there. So sometimes you don't have to get the hill down, but look, the angle is just not even close. Like this angle is skyrocketed, this angle is flatter. So that's divergence. Yeah, and that's why you take profits on that second hill, even if the hills are flat. Like that's why I thought to take profits right there, because to me, this was bearish divvy. Because look, the hill went down, but the price was still going up. Right here, these two tops, they match each other right there and right there. But you know what? It didn't play out as we thought it would. So, yeah, it's not perfect, but it didn't look like we thought it would. That didn't play out, but there it is. There it is. You know, parabolic city. When people want it, they want it. Right? They're gonna do what they want to do. That was a frenzy, and that's just a precursor, guys. In a bull market, you're gonna see 20, 30 coins a day like that, more. You're gonna be like jumping in, jumping. You're not gonna be able to. I'm telling you right now. Be prepared. Be prepared to think fast. Be prepared to know your divergences. Be prepared. Like, if you don't know what I know right now, go study, please. 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 And honestly, you can Google all this stuff. Like, look, you want to learn your divergences? You just write. Type trading divergences. And understanding momentum and Investopedia. Because trends are composed of a series of price swings, momentum plays a key role in assessing trend strength. As such, it's important to know when a trend is slowing down. Less momentum does not always lead to a reversal, but it does signal something is changing, and the trend may consolidate or reverse. Defining momentum. Like, this is all free on Investopedia. Everything. Price, indicator, and they're showing you. The study of momentum simply checks whether price and the indicator agree or disagree. Compare price and indicator to make better trading decisions. Look, an indicator does not agree with the price. Something's wrong. Momentum divergence. This is insane. Dude, I don't have to add a link, man. My point is you could Google this stuff. Like, I'll add the link to be nice. But my whole point is, like, I am self-taught. This is all here. Chris says the same stuff. Like, Google is your friend, man. The internet has it all for you. You do not have to pay to learn. You might want to pay, like all right, I do my tutoring sessions, but I feel like those are just fill-ins for people that just need that, like, I need it. Like, that's how I did. I studied all this stuff, but then without someone sitting in front of me and kind of, like, showing me, I didn't get it. Like, and I just needed a few sessions. I didn't need to sit and trade with someone for the rest of my life. I didn't need I just needed a few sessions. Look at Monero, about flagging now. On the 1 minute. This could be Scalp City right now. Look at it. We got the pink curving. We're on a falling wedge here. I did post it in Telegram. I know I'm a stubborn pain in the butt. Dude, Monero's starting to move right now. Dude, buy the breakout. Yo. Or is it going to get rejected here? Like it did the last 2 times in a row. So Monero. Monero. Let's do it. Let's see our target for Monero. This is for a scalping. It's big, so I think there's only going to get like 2 or 3% out of it. But we could get the length of that pull and get right back. I've got to break free. Yeah, 1.8%, see? Risky business for $180 with 10K on the line, so. XRP, we forgot about that guy. Well, let's get into there. What happened to a little excerpt? So you can see again, like all these coins, man, they're doing the same stuff. Bottoming out in these same places. This is really weird. Look at it. There it is again. Look, bottom, lower bottom, but you could kind of say that was a fallout. Like that was, you know, Bitcoin doing something funny. Here we go again. And now we're forming these new bases. You can see it on many coins, right? It's weird. I feel like this is what's called consolidation. I think we're going through what's called an accumulation. I think they're accumulating right here. To me, they brought the price up. They didn't like where it was. They brought it back down. They started to accumulate. Look at Core. Core broke out hard in the last 4 hours. Let's see if it happened in 15 minutes. Yeah, it did. Core, man. In the last hour, 1, 2, 3, 4 fell down. But, dude, Core just boomed out of this. See, so you could have played this. So scalps are happening right now. We're getting volume back into the market for sure. There's an ascending triangle, broke out. You take the length of the pole, you bring your pole here, and that's how you get your target. And look, it hits it, I'm telling you right now, 90% of the time. If it breaks out. If there's a fake out, then yeah, nothing happens. But if it does do the breakout, hits my targets like you read about. And it's simple. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just doing what I was taught by other traders who have been doing this for a long time. So it's pretty simple. Waves back to 306. Look, came all the way back down. All the way. And now you can pull a fib on this on the 1 minute. So you use the 1 minute to learn. This is just like a daily chart. If you were going to play this for 3 weeks, or you're going to play it for 3 seconds, it should bounce off the 618 or the 706. But this is the golden pocket. This is where you want to start a new trend. I can teach you this, guys. So that's why you draw your fib and then you wait. It's going to hit the 618. So you could even put a limit order right here. And that should coincide with some divergence that you see as well. This may not be over. This run may not be over. This may just, because this is the 1 minute. So remember that too. Let's look at the 4 hour. But we were oversold on all time frames. So yeah, the run should be over actually. So higher, low. We formed a higher low yet again. And you can see we have a bit of a divergence. We have swing lows there, but we're flat on the price. And we're about to have a curve on the 4 hour. I'm telling you, Zilliqua looks tasty right now. Yeah. Starting a new trend, starting an uptrend. You can clearly see it's been forming for a long time. Not a long time, but since September 25th, almost about a month now. So it was in a downtrend. It's now in a new uptrend. So this is definitely where you want to start trading it because it's forming an uptrend. Price did fall through the 200-day moving average. We need to see it break above, and we do have the 21 crossing. We don't want to see the 21 cross that. It did cross it here on the 1 hour, and then the 50 crossed it here. So we may actually have some bearish sentiment here. We need to see this curve up like it did here. So look for that. Possible kind of a double bottom here on the MACD. Bottom. There's a double bottom play out. I just like to point it out. But bottom, and boom. And then how you get your measured move with the double bottom, you bring this to here. Then you swing this to the middle, and that really should be your target. And look, we hit it right there. Pretty close. We wicked up. That really is the target, is the second line, because I bring it to the top of the W. So then we wicked right to there. We hit the target almost exactly. So you'll sell the tops a lot, man, if you just keep using my system and you use your measurements. The measurements are insane. They work out all the time. All the time. It's absolutely insane how much you see these measurements play out. It's nuts. Okay, so now we kind of have to talk about the purge, right? There's my guy. Look, someone comes in and hits the dislike button every day. I have two people who I think it is. I had a close friend who was always kind of a hater, and he was super interested in everything I did. Like he would, like if I put out anything, he would super analyze it in this kind of a strange way. Let me know that he took a real liking into me, into my life. He was like always focused on me. And it makes me think that he's doing that again. And like whenever he sees me online, so okay, I just got news. This affects everything. Isn't this crazy too? This is why I think we live in a simulation. Whenever I show my own stream, look. I'm literally going to say this into infinity. It's never going to stop. I'm literally going to say this into infinity. It's never going to stop. Each time I say something, the guy behind me says it again and again and again. And look, and technically this is never going to end because it began, it's a loop. This is never going to end because it began, it's a loop. Do you guys see how insane this is? Does anyone, I know it's, but I'm going to pause it. My whole point is that it's replaying itself inside of itself. It's like a snake biting its tail, right? It's showing, we're streaming me while we're watching the stream. And what it does is, message retracted. What? No college degree needed to be an entrepreneur. No, not at all. Not at all. So, see this? You actually, school might hurt an entrepreneur because it will try to brainwash you from not being an entrepreneur. It'll scare you. School is actually made to make people un-entrepreneurs because the big business needs you to work for them. It's a pretty simple concept, right? So, did I like my own video? Yeah, I did. But my whole point is this will go on forever into infinity. I know it's, but I'm going to pause it. My whole point is that it's replaying itself inside of itself. It's like pretty nuts to me. Like, do we live in a simulation? Because even the computer has to pick up on the system with it that it's in. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, I just lost someone watching right now. They were like, I don't want to watch this anymore. This guy's pissing me off. Anyway, I wanted to discuss this right now. I just got a tweet in from one of my friends. Let's see here. Statement from the Indianapolis Colts. Earlier this morning, we were informed that 4 individuals within the organization tested positive for COVID. The 4 positive samples were retested and have been confirmed negative. After consultation with the NFL and chief medical officer, Dr. Alan Sills, the team will open the practice facility this afternoon under the league's intensive protocol and will continue preparation for Sunday's game against Cincinnati. I found that they're using some type of mucus in your throat to claim that you have what's called a PCR test. This is what I'm finding out, and they're saying that you have COVID. They're saying that there's no real test for COVID. They have a test for the mucous membranes and all this, but they don't really have a test for COVID. So they just say you have COVID. They don't really have a positive test for COVID, guys. I'm telling you right now. They never did. I don't think they know exactly if someone has COVID or not. I really don't. I think it's if you have a huge viral load, maybe they can figure it out. I'm still not buying the whole story, man. I don't know what's going on. I lost my father-in-law. It's kind of crazy. Somebody here did the SXP farm from Binance launch app because XVS is going up. Yeah, 9 out of 10 PCR are false positives. See, Bagwell knew what the PCR was, dude. You're a smart dude. See, I study so much and I remember tiny details. I read that one time, like 5 days ago, and I remembered it. Cannot use them in airports for that. Interesting. So let's look back to our idea we were looking at first with the beginning of the day. Weren't we looking at the 1 hour on this? And we're looking at this bottom. We're looking at this bottom action here. And we're saying it is exaggerated bullish divergence because this is going up, but the price is flat. Wi-Fi going to 100K? Yeah. Hey, it's possible. This could be just its dip in the road here, right? Boom, boom. Wow, it came out though. What an amazing thing. Came out. Let's think. It came out. Some people got it for 140 bucks, but like 2,000, then it goes all the way up to 30, 40 grand. Then it goes all the way back down to 18,000. Then it goes all the way back up to 43,000. Then it goes all the way back to 22,000. Then it goes all the way up to 34,000. Then it goes all the way back down to 11, 13. So yeah, it's basically on the way up, right? Like, look, 11,000. It's making higher highs. Core will overtake YFI. I mean, I don't think there's such thing as overtake. I think they're both just kind of do their thing. They'll live. There'll be so much DeFi space, you won't even have to talk about what overtakes what. They'll just live in their own. You might like Titus Frost channel, YouTube and Dive. Cool, man. Thank you. I'll check them out. I appreciate that. Well, because we have to mix it all in together, right? Like, we are getting attacked. Like, Twitter there's something going on. Like, we're living in a Orwellian society. When we were told this was happening, I mean, George Orwell wrote 1984. McAfee, man. Just buy 0.028 per Bitcoin, and you will be in the top 10% one day in the future. That's all you got to do, guys. That's all you got to do. The prosecutors have called me a dangerous man if illuminating the corruption, hypocrisy, and self-serving of our leaders, and suggesting that our government has become obscene is dangerous, then indeed, I am a dangerous man. We should all aspire to be that kind of dangerous. The world will be a whole lot better. Janice McAfee. Someone that promotes free speech certainly is dangerous for the government, as well as promoting that taxation is theft and tax resistance. You know it's dangerous to make people think. Word. How do you have control of your Twitter? That's my secret. What's amazing here is you are tweeting from jail. And he puts a question mark. The amazing government is actually so effed, I'm surprised people don't see it. The American government. It's true, man. I see it. Word. That's why I'm a threat. Like, I got to be careful, right? They'll come and get me. They went after Jordan Sayre. I wasn't a QAnon dude, but I liked, like, kind of watching to see if the QAnon was lying to them or not. Like, I would watch over it. I'm a watcher of all info. I'm able to do that. I have that realm, right? The DA deemed Dave is a very dangerous man. He's been out on bail and awaiting trial 3 years later. David High. Yeah. But yeah, he's still in there, man. John McAfee, dude. Find him, right? Remember that? I'm worried, man. Twitter, if we type in Biden here, like, look at this. I posted this. The bombshell New York Post story about Joe and Hunter Biden has caused some blue checks to suddenly worry about pushing a story that may not be true. Where was that sentiment during the Russian collusion hoax? Your latest class of hypocrisy. So he's saying, while I will intentionally not link to the New York Post, I want to be clear that the story is eligible to be fact checked by Facebook's third-party fact-checking partners. In the meantime, we are reducing its distribution on our platform. Pretty weird, right? And what's weird now is if I say this, am I a Trump supporter? Like, people try to label you now. No. I'm just an overseer of the information. Like, everyone should be able, Trump supporters should say what they want. Biden supporters should say what they want. Independents should say what they want. We should have a discussion. They're trying to stop our voices, man. It's crazy. Look at Janet said, I know McAfee is an extremely polarizing individual. Like, he's always on one side or the other. But despite what you think of him, he has paid more than his fair share in taxes and has contributed greatly to the betterment of America. At 75 years old, he does not deserve to be in prison. You know. Twitter, why are you doing this to the soul of the world? That's what I said. Bitcoin doesn't have buyers. It has converts. That's and I retweeted that. So I just want to put you guys on edge, right? Forward by court. Today we will release more details for wrapped Bitcoin holders and share our LG event code. This code will be available for public audit all day long. After a proper review, we're thinking 18 hours. The LGE will activate on mainnet and 7-day contribution period will start. We believe introducing the 18-hour review period allows for a safer and cleaner review time to make sure folks have adequate time to review our contract before contributing. Fundamentally, we believe that the wrapped Bitcoin holders are smart people who make decisions about their crypto more deliberately than most, and we think this makes things things most fair for everyone included. You have some ask yesterday. I was scalping Wi-Fi in the 5-minute chart. In 1 second, he went up 7%. Yo, I have some ask. Yesterday, I was scalping Wi-Fi in the 5-minute chart. In 1 second, it went up 7%. In the same second, it came down. Some type of scam on? I mean, you're playing with the big boys, dude. Like, they can do whatever they want, you know? Just remember that. Like, I don't see it, though. I was playing it, too. You were playing YFI or YFII? It said you were playing YFI in the 5-minute. It can happen, dude. I mean, we could see it here somewhere, but yeah, I don't know. These things happen, dude. You're scalping in the 5-minute. You're already a risky guy, right? Like, hey, man, that's weird. You got to post some screenshots in the group. You got to take 2 screenshots of both places and show us, because I'm not going to spend my time going through all that, you know? Not to be rude, but that's the disservice to everyone else if I sit here and I go through every single Binance chart trying to find out the manipulation. But find it, please post it into the group. Let us know. Yeah, when you see something like that, stay on it. Don't lose it. Take 2 screenshots and let everyone see it. Now, I see Bitcoin in a possible shoulder. Okay? Let's be real. Inverted head and shoulders for Bitcoin. On the 5-minute. Could get us back to 11,475. And actually gap us right back up. See, this is like a very similar to a BART pattern upside down. We BART pattern the other way as well. So remember that. If we can BART down, we can BART up. So look for a BART back up to 11,500 areas. And we need to reclaim that and hold that. That's really important. These headphones hurt my head sometimes. Give me a bit of a headache up here. Really weird. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So here it is. Shady wick action right there on Binance, but it wasn't on TradingView. It's pretty weird. So whoever hits the dislike button doesn't do it anymore today. It's really weird when I said I think I know who it is, and then it stopped. Pretty strange, right? That it disappeared. I find that really weird. No more dislike on the video. When I said I think I know who it was. Which makes me think I did know who it was. Up there, it's back now. I think they put it back right now. Just like, this person's a weirdo. I feel like they're listening to me on every word I say too, because like whenever I bring it up, the like will change. So it's almost like they are glued to me. Freaking weirdos. So bearish divvy on Stellar Lumens. If you're in Stellar, there's some strong bearish divergence here about to play out. Yeah, I did. I asked you numerous times though if it was silver or a silver stock, and then you never got back to us, and we went over it for about 2 minutes. I thought you were talking about silver, right? SLV silver. But I don't know if there was a stock called SLV, because who knows, right? So I asked There's a chance you actually responded. And I got so many messages that I didn't see it. But I went over silver here. See, SLV is iShares Silver Trust. Looks like 22.5, but silver itself is at 24.25. Doing really well, kind of breaking back up into a new pattern. I see silver basically just kind of coming back up in here. It's in this rising wedge, though, which is a 68% chance to break to the downside. That's the only thing we do worry about. But I see it kind of moving back up to the top of the pattern. No worries, man. I got you. We're doing it right now for you then. So look, it bounced right back up here. And yeah, I could see silver going to 25. So don't be sorry, man. You're the man. But we're talking about silver, right? Or silver ETF. Okay, so it is this SLV, right? I think this is a silver. Yeah, this is a silver ETF, Silver Trust iShares Fund. Yeah, this is a silver ETF, SLV. Doing well. It's in a bull flag. It's doing better than silver, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's forming the same, but it's like this, in my opinion, going to come back out and then look at breakout. Silver is huge, man. You can't go wrong. It's going to make more money than almost any asset in the next 2-3 years. It's too overvalued. It's too undervalued, and it's only a matter of time. So silver reclaims this area and then this area here at 30. So this is a good play. I would stay in this. I would never sell my silver ETF. Not until it's only going to get better, man. It's only going to get better. Yeah, this is good. This is looking really good, dude. This is the silver ETF. It's iShares Trust Shares Closed. It's a mutual fund. It's an investment trust mutual fund. On the CBOE, it's kind of a futures contract actually, but yeah, but just hold that, man. Hold that for like a year. I wouldn't be trading silver because silver is going to do really, really well. So the total market cap is now in a bull flag. Looks like it will boom up. Same thing as Bitcoin. So everything looking all right. Let's look at dominance before we get out of here. Funny, right? When you said that, I just said, let's look at dominance. You're funny, man. We're on the same page. So look at dominance. It boomed out, got rejected, came back down. Let's look at on the 15-minute what's been going on since we left it. So it got rejected. A lot of BART patterns on it. Up and down, up and down. It's getting like, and only a matter of time till it breaks down, hopefully, right? Out of this bull flag, or this rising wedge, and comes back down to somewhat of these support regions. Here, or even here. So I see it falling back out, right? It could go up a little more, right, to 633 one more time. Let's look at it on the 1 minute. What is it doing now on the 1 minute? On the 1 minute, it's basically at the bottom of the pattern, but look for it trying to break back up. We do see bearish divergence, though, on the 1 minute, which played out. You can see we were up here, but then the price action was going sideways or even down. So there's your bearish divergence, clearly. Right there. And then it got rejected. Double bought, double top as well. So the double top actually usually has even more pain. So we should go down to here, honestly. So I see this going back down to 60.19. Then probably coming back up to 60.34. It looks like it's going to range and no one's going to give a damn. But I'm sticking to it. If it breaks above this line, then we're in for some trouble. But right now it's looking all right. It's kind of where it should be, right? And Bitcoin's just kind of ranging. Bitcoin also, did it have a little bearish divvy? No, but it's just kind of ranging, doing its thing. Cake. I gave up on trading Cake because it was going in and out, in and out. I took what I could. I couldn't gauge it. Had a huge move. Let's look at the bigger version. It is a swap coin, like a pancake swap. So it's kind of dealing with uni. Forming new lines of support, though. You can clearly see it looks like it did a Fibonacci retrace to the 618. And now, use just the top. Yeah, take the wick out. Went to the 618, came up. Now it's basically between the 382 and the 0.5 Fibonacci region, which is really good area to get into a coin. But lately things have just been strange, man. Like very hard. One of the hardest times to trade. The last 2-3 months have been tough. We had our one run in July, late into August, and then Since then, it's been probably some of the toughest trading days I've ever seen, honestly. Frustrating. Nothing going smooth, like, you know, having to constantly change your style, your trading style all the time. Not being able to go one way or the other. Having to watch your back on dominance while you watch, like, just, you know, perfect setups not playing out, doing all your research. And the stocks, almost honestly, they're playing out a little better because they're not getting hit with dominance. They don't have as much competition per se. Look at this though, head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, complex head and shoulder. You can see that. And we went down. I mean, it's all there for you to see. The answer is there, whether what's going to happen to a stock or not, right? Now look, we're oversold in the 1 hour. Okay? And this is where you would get into Kava, right? Because higher low, hanging on at this new support region that we found right here. So it's a nice time. You could think, hey, let me get into Kava now. Oversold on the 1 hour. We're forming our second position up. I don't see any divergences. I would like to see them. Maybe on the 15-minute we'll see one. Sometimes you have to go to a smaller time frame to catch the divergence. And it's kind of there in a way, because to me this is like very light, and this is actually a very far more steeper. This is put up and that's put sideways, but it's not exactly textbook divergence, but it's there. It's slightly there. And now we have the same pattern that we fell out of, right? There's the head and shoulder that we fell out of up here. Now we're forming an inverted head and shoulder down here. Let me show you. I'll boom it up. I'll break the neckline here. And then you can see it's clearly like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, 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 even another shoulder. And boom. This could even be a head and shoulder here. This is a little head and shoulder, as you can see that. I like Kava right here at 209. I do. I really do. I would enter it in if I wasn't overexposed. So something to keep on your radar. Falling volume, falling price. Fell out of the sky, really, technically. Look at that, dude. They blasted that thing. And now you have the pink kind of, we just saw a pink bar turn, but it turned back off. So we're getting into the pink in a second. Two double big lines here. What else do we see? It's the bigger pattern at play. It's kind of a falling wedge. Double channeled falling wedge in a way. I like to make the middle channel sometimes when I see this happen like that. Look for it to break above one of the channels, get back into a channel. We're flatlined here a little bit. Does the 5-minute show any divergence? Let's see. No divergences. But I do like where we're at on the 4 hour too. We're looking really, really good. Oversold in the bottom of the trend line with pink coming and the curve happening, and everyone already sold it off, kind of making higher highs. And then it's in a new uptrend since this downtrend. You can say it was in this downtrend here for a while. And now it's forming this new trend here, this new uptrend. Boom, boom, boom. So V-Chain just had an alert. So there again, there was your buy for V-Chain, right? Wow, so V-Chain just erupted, but look at how they sold it off. Like, that's crazy, man. These wicks are nuts. Like, this is just, it makes me not want to trade when I see stuff like that. You know, it is the 5-minute, so they sold it down, but damn, man. You get all the way up and you lose your gains in a second. Heartbeat. Higher lows, though, and you can see we had the divergence. Here again, we had the divergence. Fall down. But this was already starting to boom up. Really have to be really critical on the divergences. Yeah, dude, I feel what you're saying. Death by 1,000 cuts this month. I feel you, man. Just little bits, just And that's why I'm saying, man, just, I know, but you want to learn. Everyone wants to trade. I get the in and outs of it all. It's just tough, man. It's tough. It's been tough. Tough for me because I want to make $8,000 a month, not just pulling out 100 here and 200 there. And I got to work so hard to make $600-700 trades. Like I got to use 10,000. I got to use way more money. I have to use way more tactics. I have to pull out every rabbit out the hat that I ever had in my trading catalog to try to pull out some money out of this market. It's exhausting. I'll be honest. It's a little exhausting. It can get exhausting. So we've been looking at Wi-Fi this whole time. We saw that divergence there slightly moving, but is it playing out? I don't know. I'm going to stay on the sidelines, man. Things aren't looking great today. Looking like it could be a tough day to trade. I entered the trades, but they were very small. Very small. Remember that. Tiny little positions. I'm still in Bitcoin. I'm down $50. So we're going to hold Bitcoin. We're going to see what happens. Any last things before I bounce? Let me check out the Telegram. We hit 200 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for me. Crypto Mike definitely helped out. So that's an awesome thing that he did. I really appreciate it, guys. Damn, man. See, someone hit me up. They're down 2,600 on VeChain. It's like, dude, you can't hold coins, man. You got to sell them. Like, you can't hold coins down to the ground. Like, unless you want to hold them for 2 years, fine. But you got to be ready for that. If you're going to hold a coin and be mad that you're down 2,000 or 3,000, you got to tell yourself you're going to hold it for 2 to 3 years, and you're just not going to look at it. You're going to put on Look at this, dude. Huge news, guys. The first presidential vote cast using blockchain technology. Is blockchain mobile voting the way to ensure electoral integrity? It is. It is. Exclusive. With the 2020 presidential election less than a few weeks away, encumbered yet again by questions and concerns surrounding ballot security and fraud, revolutionary blockchain voting technology is being piloted in small pockets of the country. And Tuesday marked the first time a vote has ever been cast for a U.S. president in the general election using an app on a personal mobile phone. This is a historic day, not only for the ballot integrity and election systems, but for liberty and the republic itself. Utah resident told Fox News. His vote went for the Mighty Ducks child actor, cryptocurrency entrepreneur, independent candidate Brock Pierce. In true pioneer spirit, Utah County is honored. I'm voting for Brock Pierce too, guys, so I'm just letting that clear. Ouch, was waiting for this. What are you saying? Oh, this, yeah. Gardner, who has been using the system for 5 elections, says it's one of the most cost-effective initiatives that her office has undertaken since she was elected 20 months ago. In true pursuit of spirit, his vote for the Mighty Ducks. In true pioneer spirit, Utah County is honored to be the first place where a blockchain vote was cast in a presidential election, says Utah County Clerk Amelia Powers Gardner, who implemented the Volts platform as both security and cost-cutting measure 20 months ago. We are proud to lead our state and the nation on its innovative and cutting-edge technology. Floridians are already cast 1.8 million votes for the 2020 election, and much of Pierce's own campaign is centered on the push for technology innovation to solve the plethora of problems nationwide and to ensure America retains her spot as the global frontrunner in the modernization and advancement across all major industries. The problem with the internet is that you can copy anything. Songs, videos, pictures, internet technology does not allow for the information to stay in one place, Pierce told Fox News. But blockchain is a database at its core, and that database is impervious to any type of duplication, meaning it cannot be tampered with, and there can only be one version of it. So when we talk about voting, it's perfectly suited for elections. It ensures the absolute integrity of our elections. It ensures voters can vote with confidence. Yes, amazing, dude. Amazing. But what if someone steals your phone, though, and then votes for you while you're passed out? I'm wondering about all that. Dude, we need to do that. This is Brock Pierce. If you don't know about him, it's also used as a temporary mobile voting solution to record votes for deployed U.S. military members by West Virginia in 2008. During 2017, the Tufts Community Unit Senate election in Massachusetts, as well as the authentic delegate badges of the 2016 Massachusetts Democratic State Convention. So how does the technology work? The Volts app, which requires a phone number, photo identification, and authenticating selfie, uses both blockchain technology and biometrics to verify the voter's identity. A secure token is issued via a fingerprint activation, and once a vote is submitted, it is printed and fed into a collation machine for tabulation. A collection machine, they should just say. Votes is a mobile election platform that allows disenfranchised groups access to voting, including overseas citizens, deployed military, and people with disabilities. A spokesman for the company told Fox News it's the only platform designed to meet the 4 criteria required for mobile voting: security, identity, confirmation, accessibility, and audibility. So the spokesperson also understands that all submitted ballots are eligible to undergo a public citizen post-election audit in which anyone is able to participate as an auditor, hosted by the National Cybersecurity Center. See, like, so all of this is where we need to be. This is where we need to be, right? However, this is one of the several blockchain applications cropping up across the U.S. in what many entrepreneurs predict is a pivotal step in ensuring fraud-free and fair elections, according to the data compiled by Pitchfork. So this is what's going to happen. Say the election goes on and they go back and forth. We're going to have to redo a blockchain election. That's it. That's it. There's no other way around this, right? Yeah, I was waiting for this password, social security numbers. Yeah, but now they're going to use your face to vote. You're in a database. It just doesn't stop, guys, right? Yeah. It's like you're in one thing to help you. You're in another thing to hurt you. Yes, the likes of Pierce still beg to differ, stressing that is inevitable the way of the future. No one wants to turn this technology on in 2024. We're going to start seeing it much more in 2021 and 2022. I think by 2026, we'll see it all over the world. People voting from their phones, he added. And people can have confidence in the system. Right now, many people lack faith. This technology can restore that. I agree, man. I agree. I really do. Okay. Sorry. All right, guys. Any last thing we go over? It's been tough. It's been going down, but you got to stay strong, right? And remember, there will be a huge bull run. Do not blow your money right now. Do not blow your money when you don't need to be, right? I may stop trading a little bit, but that's why my positions are way smaller. And that's what it is, right? Don't force anything in life. Don't force it. You force it, you're going to get burned. Remember that. I'm leaving a lot of this stuff alone. I'm getting 2 conflicted feelings. And the sentiment today, I'd say, is like a 2.5. You know, let's see what, I just like to check on waves to see where it ended up. Look, 297, dude. Like, that's brutal. That's why you got to take your money. Imagine if you bought in here and you said, oh, it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. Look, you lost it all. You lost it all. Like, you made it up 14% and then you lost 14%. This is the type of day, man. A coin goes up 14% and then gives it all back within 10 minutes. Strange. Yeah, dude, we're gonna be in a, I don't know where we're gonna go. Some guys just want to come. You guys just want to come to some random island with me, and we'll live there, and like we'll just kind of separate ourselves from society. I don't really like being a part of society, man, because there's too much hate, jealousy, fakeness. I just see so many fake people. In a way, the pandemic made me happy because I saw all these people with egos get smashed. Like, oh, I want to do all these things that I want to do. Me. And it's like, dude, like you can't just go and get people sick. Like, you can't go and do whatever you want. Like, this is now where you have to care about somebody else. That was like a wake-up call for some Americans. Oh, I have to care for somebody else? Why would I have to care? Oh, man. It's going to be a doozy. Be prepared. Be prepared, man, because buy a lot of food right now. I'm getting told in my doomsday messages here that This guy's teaching me how to use ham radios. See? Ham radio, new hams tip. Making the first contact on repeaters. First amateur radio contact conversation. You got your technician license. Now what? Ham radio crash course. You went out and studied, took the practice test, and earned your technician license. Now what? So you need to get a license to operate a ham radio. I am aiming for nirvana, right? Society is full of 7 sins that screws the mind. So am I, man. I feel like if you found my channel, then you have to be on some next level, right? What if Antarctica is Atlantis? Would you start questioning everything? How long been waiting to be initiated? Pyramids in the South Pole. You guys have seen the pyramids in the South Pole. Like, they're pretty obvious. I've done heavy research on this. So this is definitely happening. Pyramids in Antarctica, man. Kind of give you guys, I'm spinning off. Doomsday archaeology. Studying history is the best way to avoid repeating. Shining new light on the past to help us better understand how we got to the present. The pyramids of the South Pole. Read a book called Initiation by Hynek. The info in that book resonated with me. It says there were those initiated into higher sciences. They were those who used their higher laws and sciences wisely and for the benefit of humanity. And then were those who used it selfishly. These black magicians ended up playing with a force so high in vibration that it disintegrates matter into nothingness. And this is what happened in Atlantis. The black magicians and the whole content basically vaporized into nothingness. There were those magicians who saw what was coming and sent ships out of Atlantis, north, west, east, and south. This is the reason we see pyramids everywhere. Antarctica is a desert. Interesting. Worth the drop. Arcadiable Group, highly recommended book from a few very wise friends. Abracadabra Group, right? And this is what I do, man. MA aims to replace proprietary ham radio protocols. M17. This group is sick. I think you guys should join it. It's called Doomsday Radio. It's kind of run off this guy Azazel News. If you check out Azazel News, this is my dude. He shows you. Oh, look at the cop just keeps driving right through them all. Oh, he ran over that dude. Oh. Oh, man. This country's... Look, this one dude's lucky he didn't get run over. Look at this guy. This guy right there, he almost got his head... This guy almost died. He didn't even know it. That looks like Brooklyn, New York, right? That looks like... Where is that, dude? Look at this. The island that humans can't conquer. Hakai magazine. St. Matthew Island is said to be the most remote place in Alaska. Where was this? Damn, dude. So yeah, entire wall is our collection of braid hair and crochet hair. Protesting oppression while wearing weaves made from Chinese concentration camp inmates. Right? Asteroid headed near Earth the day before Election Day. You see this? Scientists say an asteroid is expected to zoom uncomfortably close to Earth the day before Election Day. The celestial object known as 2018 VP1. And this is like the 5th one in the last month and a half. You guys have been noticing that too? Yeah, New Swabia, right? NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory is roughly comparable to the size of a school bus or smaller. The space agency says that based on 21 observations, there's just 0.41 chance the asteroid entering Earth. There's just a 0.4% chance the asteroid entering the atmosphere. If it doesn't enter the atmosphere, they say it will be disintegrate due to its extremely small size. Oh, that's crazy. Breaking. According to source at Denver Department of Excise and Licensing, Matthew Duloff, the shooter arrested on Saturday after dueling rallies, has never been licensed as a security guard. Breaking. According to source, Denver Department The shooter arrested on Saturday after the dueling rallies has never been a licensed security guard to carry a gun on security in both required. Yep, I'm out. I'm out, guys. I'm out. This crypto's so boring, I left it. Isn't that crazy? Crypto's flat today, man. Flat. Like, unless you're getting on the one coin, you're gonna burn your head chasing the winners. Core is the only thing doing well, and now it's starting to flag down even. But Core looks like it'll do well. It's gonna have some fun. Waves 298, Chroma. Not a lot hot today, dude. Nothing is hot. Uni back to 320. Sold it at 333, so it's just... The Grimsby brothers? Interesting. Alright, guys. Have a wonderful day. Jesse, get back to work, man. Go fix a dent. I love you guys. And honestly, I wish I was doing what you're doing, man. I think it's like better to work with your hands and to be outside with people. I actually envy your work a little bit. But hopefully when the bull run happens, I'll get you guys where you need to be. This channel will go, and then, yeah, we can kind of live our lives. I'm a little sad about where the world is going. I have to be honest. And I'm an optimistic guy who sees only I try to see the blessings and the gratitude. But we also have to see the writing on the wall. All right, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And I'll be back tomorrow morning going over crypto. Peace.